Well, I guess I have to re-record this because my mic just went fucking haywire. Like 70% into the stream when I react to this, and all you could hear is like. So hopefully this time it will go through. Anyways, I just want to react to SoulSoBreezy's alt friendliness. Now, I didn't watch all this video. This is really the only part that's important. What isn't alt friendly. Personal takes on group loot. It doesn't matter. In my opinion, group loot is a worse iteration of personal loot. And in my opinion, they should just have all of the loot options available. Let the group leader decide what the loot is. In Mythic Plus, it's gonna be what it is anyways, which is personal. I don't think Mythic Plus should be group loot. Raiding and stuff like that, I think the raid leader should decide what the loot is, and everyone will have a great fucking day. How group loot works in Dragonflight: need greed. Basically, if you can need it, you can need it. If you can greed it, you can greed it. If you are on a boomkin, apparently you can need for agility items. Fucking like for no reason, you shouldn't be able to, but it is what it is. Comments on Mythic Week 1. Who cares? If Mythic releases on week 1, fuck it. Dragonflight new general info doesn't matter. Sponsor. Dragonflight launch schedule and dates doesn't matter. Everyone can, like, again, too much talk about like when it releases. Anyways, the important stuff here is what isn't alt friendly, and in my opinion, Dragonflight is not alt friendly. Is it more alt friendly than BFA and Shadowlands? Sure, but it's not alt friendly, and I will explain why after we hear what he has to say. Let's go.
Read about yours. We're getting closer and closer to having a clear picture of what the Dragonflight's endgame experience is going to be like, and I want to point out a few things about alts and alt friendliness. The WoW team has talked a bit on how they want more and more things to be account wide, that they want to skip the monotony where it
can just make loot account wide.
Concerns cosmetics.
That would solve it.
Unlocks, but maintain that sense of progression when it comes to player power. So I'm going to share what we know so far. What is it like to be an alt in Dragonflight once you had completed the main story quest at least once? At the moment, there's no day one intro experience like the Maw or Tanan Jungle, so there's nothing to skip yet. Alts that arrive on the Dragon Isles have immediate access to dragon riding and the same progression as their main. Any dragon riding glyphs that were earned before or even on any character can be freely used to power up dragon riding talents on any other character.
That's fine.
Quests and dailies are already available. You can also freely choose to play through the zone campaigns. So it's less like Threads of Fate with those extra quests and the bonuses. It's more like Legion and Battle for Azeroth, where you can choose your adventure.
Basically.
Quests are also available. That's just the start, though.
The funniest thing is, like, we had it in Legion and it was fine. Then in BFA they decided, in Shadowlands decide to do the same thing but worse, and they're like, you know what, I think Legion was fine, yeah, let's just revert to Legion and call it Threads of Fate 2.0. Bro, you already had this in Legion. It's not 2.0, it's 0.1. It's like you reverted back to the good system after making it a bad system.
Any other features may also be
oh my god,
and that depends on what you had unlocked.
Legit, I feel like every expansion is just a test for the future. But, like, not in a good way, where it's like the whole expansion is a fucking test. It's like, well, can we get the actual game then at some point and not a test? You know, I'm okay with them testing a feature here and there, that's fine. But it's like the whole fucking expansion is a test. Covenants was a fucking test. Torghast is a fucking test. And BFA's Warfronts were a test. By the way, Warfronts were good. You know what wasn't good? The way it was played out. The idea, fantastic. Did they try to make it work? No. They're just like, well, people didn't like it. Yeah, we didn't like it how you made it, but we liked Warfronts. Make it a PvP, you know? That could have been a new massive fucking battleground, and they just abandoned it. Like, why? Fuck. Torghast, fantastic in Alpha. Are they gonna do a Torghast in Dragonflight? As far as I know, not really. Why not? Torghast was fantastic in Alpha. You just screwed it up in Shadowlands. Guess what? Revert it back to the good stuff and people will like it. You don't have to put like mandatory shit to do in there. You have these systems already in the game anyways. Just let people play them. Make them relevant to the level. Like, that's so dumb.
Renown and reputation. So, for example, I can see expedition supplies and other small treasures throughout the zones. That's an early renown perk. I can see the Centaur camp that travels daily. That's another renown thing.
Wow.
There's the fishing stuff for the Tuskar. That's another renown activity
Wow.
that's already available. I don't have personal confirmation, but it's safe to presume that all the other activities and zone perks that are unlocked via renown will be unlocked across the account. There's also
I really don't like this. Like, this week Aura does let him see how many holy powers he have, but like, it looks so bland, I guess is the word.
also includes vendors that
Well, if he enjoys it.
amount of renown to sell cosmetic stuff, ensembles, weapon skins, mounts, pets, and more.
Yeah.
Access is account wide. The currency to buy these things, though,
It's not. Wow.
It's more in a separate video, but for now, I'll just share what I've got. Dragonflight supplies are personal currency used in a variety of ways, including buying these cosmetics.
Basically, gonna have to use multiple characters to farm this because these supplies are so limited per week that in order to buy all of them for the mogs, you're gonna have to have multiple characters run this. Or you can just farm them diligently for a whole fucking expansion and then you'll get all of them.
So alts
It's these ones specifically, the drapes and shit like that.
need to
Why? Because Blizzard.
access these vendors, but to get some of these items, they will have to do some of their own dirty work of gathering supplies.
Yeah.
Buy these cosmetics specific to them.
Yeah. So instead of like you wanting to play alts and like, you know, because it's fun, you are forced to play alts because chore. Yeah, you know, same Blizzard mentality, nothing new.
Their armor type or whatever. I recommend that the bulk of your purchases ought to be done from your main, similar to the big Covenant grind and
Yeah, the usual.
So use your main to buy like all the universal stuff, whatever weapons that they can, pets, mounts,
Yeah,
so on
yeah.
and so forth, and leave the very specific things to your alt. That saves a lot of time and headache. The Wild Team was very specific that
I mean, yes, the strategy is the solid one. Why does this need to be the strategy? That's why I don't understand. Why are they designing the game in such a fucking dumb way? Even going on your alts is now a chore.
access to player power through these means would not be account wide. That's going to include gear, which is pretty
So dumb.
obvious.
Why is it obvious? All other MMORPGs have your gear bind on account. Anything that is BOP is BOE automatically. BOA automatically. Guild Wars 2, you have a stash for all your characters on the same account within the same server. ESO, you have it on the same server for all your whole account. So you can literally gear all of your alts from one character. Right? What do you call it? Final Fantasy, you have one character. World of Warcraft? No, fuck you. Straight up. You have the system. You can make all of these items BOA. Switch anything BOP to BOA. You're done. Or make the bank bigger and have it and make it account shared, and that's it. There's no reason.
Profession recipes, which are not so obvious. Thankfully, there's an easy-to-read tooltip that says whether or not a certain item can be unlocked across your account, or if it has to be unlocked from that specific character. So to make this Black Dragon Seared Claymore, for example, the recipe requires a renown rank of 14 with the Valdraken Accord. It also requires the necessary blacksmithing skill.
Which, by the way, is going to be useless week 2. Just saying. As soon as the Mythic Plus is out. So this, let's say you craft it at max quality. Add 8 to 10 item levels. So let's say it's going to be 392. Mythic plus 3 or plus 4 is already higher level than this. And do you know how much you have to grind? Look at this Primal Chaos 120. You know how much you have to grind on your profession to make this useless item? It's fucking absurd. You're gonna have to grind literally like 3 weeks to make this, but week 2, this is irrelevant. Why? It's so dumb. Maybe it's for Mog. I don't know. It's so fucking retarded. Oh my god, bro. Professions are gonna be so useless. I love it. They put so much effort in the professions, but because they made it so fucking hard to use them and to make it relevant, professions are gonna be dead on arrival. I love it.
But this recipe is going to be a huge moneymaker for blacksmiths who
Why?
can make it.
Why? It's gonna be a massive money spender. Look at the fucking Spark Ingenuity, Artisan's Metal, and it's a useless item level.
However, for a blacksmith alt, from the looks of it, individuals who want to work on multiple professions across many characters, they're going to have
Good luck.
a time grinding out rep to unlock all the recipes they want. I'm not certain of every recipe out there, but it's enough that you may want to plan for a fair amount of rep grinding, and at least at the
diligent rep grinding.
Reputation catch-ups that used to be in the alpha are not there currently. I consider that to be a cause for concern for that particular audience. People that have lots of alts who happen to have lots of professions.
People have lots of time and don't plan on doing endgame, yes.
But as for what I would typically consider to be account friendly or unfriendly, that's kind of it. I mean, for years we've been used to boo, Blizz, make borrowed power stuff account wide, and then Blizzard's like, yeah, sure thing. Let's take away the borrowed power.
And this is the dumbest thing. Borrowed power was never the issue. Borrowed power was always fine. You know what wasn't fine about borrowed power? Acquisition. Ease of access was not fine. No one cared grinding their first set of Azerite gear that works for them. That wasn't the issue. The issue that they couldn't change the talents on it once they acquired it, so they had to regrind it. Until one day Ian is like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you are right. Let me give you the option to change the talents. No shit, people been asking since alpha. And then essences in BFA. The essences were fantastic. You know what wasn't fantastic? Acquisition. Once you got them on one character, you had to get them again on the second character. Yeah, the first time you get them, okay, that's fine. It's a bit of a grind. It's interesting. Whatever, you get them, you feel accomplished. Fantastic. Why do I have to do it again? You know, no reason. Okay, cool. Corruption system. Fantastic. Everyone enjoyed corruption system. You know what wasn't fine about corruption system? Getting it. Getting it on one character, then having the NPC on a, for some reason, on a 3-day rotation, and you hope the rotation is the corruption that you want. That's nuts. That was what not fun about corruption. You know what else was great? Well, not great, but was okay. Covenants were kinda okay. You know why they were okay? Because in 9.2, they're fantastic. You can just switch or nilly-willy. You know what would make the most sense in 9.0? That you could have switched them nilly-willy. You know what else would have made Covenants fantastic? Mix and matching Covenants. Choose your primary ability, like the one that is the damage dealer, from any Covenant, and choose your secondary, the utility ability, from any Covenant. And why does this make sense? Well, because we are in the Shadowlands to help these idiots who fucked up thousands of years ago and couldn't do anything about Zoval except lock him down in the maw and let him do whatever the fuck he wants. We are here to help these idiots. They're not here to help us. They barely did anything for us. So guess what? Me using just one Covenant and all the other Covenants hating me? Get the fuck out of here. I'm here to solve your shit. You're not here to solve my shit. Fucking dumbass reasoning, man. Holy fuck. Now about okay, I'll let him finish. Holy shit.
Okay. I've been saying this for months, trying to sort of mentally prepare folks. People who want to raid and PvP and do Mythic Plus, the only thing in their way is leveling, and they can start progressing down their path without any detours.
No, the only thing in their way is not just leveling, because if I have a main who is doing plus 20s, is 24 ranked on PvP, guess what I have to do when I start a new character? I have to level, and then I have to go through the grind again to get the gear that lets me do the content that I already know I can do. If you're a fucking rival or a gladiator player, why do you have to go through the grind to get there again? Why can't you just use the gear already? I'm okay with you having to level the ranking, that's fine. Why can't you use the gear? You already unlocked it. Why do I have to regrind Mythic Plus? Why can't I just transfer the gear that I get on my main that is doing plus 18 and 20s and transfer that gear to my alt? So he can right away jump into 15s. Clearly you can do 15s. You know what the fuck you're doing. You know these dungeons. That is so dumb. Every other MMORPG allows you to do this. Every single one. Except Blizzard. Because Blizzard puts their fucking gear on a pedestal, and the pedestal is so high you never really reach it, because as soon as you're about to touch it, new patch comes out, fuck you, all this gear is useless, the pedestal means nothing, regrind that shit. Regrind on all your characters instead of just having your main, being able to transfer it to the other characters. So you don't have to keep relogging, refarming mythic pluses, refarming this, refarming that. Is Dragonflight more alt-friendly than Shadowlands? Sure. Is it actually alt-friendly? Fuck no. How many people can actually maintain more than 2 characters, all specs included, okay? All specs. So if you have a paladin and a demon hunter, that's 5 specs. So can you maintain 5 specs? Average player, can you maintain 5 specs at the same high level you're playing? If you're a mythic raider, probably not. Or by the time that you can, new patch comes out. And again, I'm not talking about people who live in World of Warcraft. They have like absolutely no fucking other commitments in real life and they can just play 8 to 12 hours a day. Yeah, those people can probably have 4 characters. But hey, 4 characters. On average, that's 12 specs if you play all of them. There's 38 specs in the game. You can't even have half of them.
Play the things that you want, log out, and we'll see you after the reset. But the people who want to immerse themselves, or I guess live in this part of the World of Warcraft and be a part of the player economy and the day-to-day life, that's where you're going to see these incremental rewards and the grind and the pacing and the controls. It's going to be super interesting to see how people react to this when Dragonflight goes live. And that's the show, mostly. One of the big questions that we have yet to be answered revolves around Mythic Plus. We did learn this week that Necrotic and Inspiring are going away, but what'll take its place?
Honestly, I don't care about Mythic Plus. Mythic Plus, in my opinion, is like it's the best system that they have, and it's also the fucking dumbest system they have. All of the affixes are fucking dog shit. Okay? Storming, dog shit. Quaking, dog shit. Explosive, dog shit. Teaming, dog shit. Skittish, dog shit. You know what's a good affix? Prideful. Prideful was a good affix. Why? Because it's a kiss curse. It's like, yeah, it can kill you if you didn't plan it right, but if you planned it right, you get it right before the boss, you get your fucking 20% haste or whatever for a minute, infinite mana, and you just fucking go ham on the boss. That was a great fucking mechanic. You know what wasn't? Any other pretty much mechanic in Shadowlands. Make more kiss curse fucking mechanics in Mythic Plus. Anyways, this is not about Mythic Plus. Fuck it. Is this expansion alt friendly? It's more alt friendly than any other expansion. Is it actually alt friendly? Fuck no. And that's the video. Fuck out of here, piece of shit game.